What are the two types of transmission technology available? We have two types of transmission technology. The first one is the point to point, and the second one is the broadcast technology. The point to point is also known as unicast. What is subnet? A generic term for section of a large networks, usually separated by a bridge or a router. Subnets make networks more efficient by simplifying routes from one computer or server to another. Also, because the subnets allow us to break up networks into smaller ones, they have dramatically increased the number of devices that can connect to the internet. Without subnets, every internet connected device would need its own IP address. There are only about 4.2 billion possible IP addresses under the current IPv4 system. So, we could have run out many years ago. What is the difference between the communication and transmission? Communication means the full exchange of information between two communication media, whereas transmission is a kind of one-way data transfer. Communication is a two-way interactive process in which all the participants actively share their data. Transmission means the transfer of data from source to destination. So in other terms, we can say that transmission is a physical movement of information and concern issues like bit polarity, synchronization, clock, etc. Communication means the meaningful exchange of information between two communication media. What are the possible ways of data exchange? We have three possible ways for data exchange. The first one is the simplex mode. In this, the communication is unidirectional. Device can only send data but cannot receive it, or it can only receive data but cannot send it. The lowest performance among the three is the simplex mode one. Examples are radio, keyboard, and monitor. The second one is the half duplex mode. The communication is bidirectional but one at a time. Both the devices can send and receive the data but one at a time. The performance is better than simplex but less than half duplex. Examples are walkie-talkies. The third one is the full duplex mode. This communication is bidirectional. Both the devices can send and receive the data simultaneously. The highest performance among the modes is the full duplex mode, and the example is telephone or mobile network. What is SAP? SAP is a series of interface points that allows other computers to communicate with the other layers of network protocol stack. SAP means Systems, Applications, and Products in Data Processing. It was developed in 1971 by the 5 IBM engineers. It is a German software company whose items permit businesses to track clients and business intelligence. The characteristics of SAP are client-server-based software, which is additionally called R by 3, where R stands for genuine time information prepare and 3 stand for 3 type, which is database, application servers, and client. What do you mean by triple X in networks? The function of PAD, which is known as packet assembler dissembler, it is described in a document known as X.3. The standard protocol has been defined between the terminal and the PAD called X.28. Another standard protocol exists between the PAD and the network called X.29. Together, these three recommendations are often called triplex. What is frame relay? In which layer it comes? Frame relay is a packet switching technology. It will operate in the data link layer of the OSI model and provides data transfer rates from 56 kbps to 1.544 Mbps. Frame relay services are typically provided by telecommunication carriers. What is terminal emulation? In which layer it comes? So Telnet is also called as terminal emulation. It belongs to the application layer. Terminal emulation is used to give the users the ability to log on and get direct access to legacy programs in a mainframe operating system. The emulation program runs like any other workstation application as a separate program task. What is beckoning? The process that allows a network to self-repair network problems. The stations on the network notify the other stations on the ring when they are not receiving the transmissions. Beckoning is used in token ring and FDDI networks. So how does beckoning work? On a token passing network such as FDDI, every station is responsible for monitoring the status of the token passing process. If a station detects that a fault has occurred, it starts placing beacons onto the ring. When the next station on the ring detects a beacon, it in turn starts placing beacons on the ring, and the first station stops transmitting them. This process will continue until the station immediately upstream of the fault location is the only station sending beacons. This allows administrators to quickly locate the fault and repair it. Once the fault is fixed, the station emitting the beacon detects its own beacon returning to it after traveling around the ring, and the station stops beckoning. What is redirector? Redirector is a software that intercepts files or prints IO requests and translates them into network requests. This comes under presentation layer. A redirection is a technique for moving visitors to a different web page than the one they request, usually because the page requested is unavailable. Web users often encounter redirection when they visit the website of a company whose name has been changed or which has been acquired by another company.